In this video, we are going to discuss about the power and the Poynting vector. On the completion of this topic, the students will be able to comprehend the flow of electromagnetic energy and how it is described by the Poynting vector, and they can look up the Poynting vector which is present near the resistor and the source of the ohmic heat energy, and also they can look at the Poynting vector which is present near an inductor and the source of the energy which is going into the magnetic field. Power and the magnetic vector. So here the electromagnetic waves can transport the energy from one point to another point. So this electric field and the magnetic field which is associated along with this electromagnetic wave, we can relate in the transfer of energy, and this equation can be written in the terms of the Maxwell's curl equation as del cross E vector is equal to minus dou B vector divided by dou T vector, that we are representing in the terms of del cross E vector is equal to minus mu into dou H vector divided by dou T. In terms of magnetic field, the same equation we are writing in terms of del cross H vector is equal to sigma into E vector plus epsilon into dou E vector by dou T vector. Substituting this dot product in the electric field, we will be getting that E vector dot del cross H vector is equal to sigma into E square plus E vector dot sigma into epsilon into dou E vector divided by dou T vector. Applying the vector quantity as same as Maxwell's equation. So here we are applying the vector quantity, that is del dot A vector cross B vector is equal to B vector dot del cross A vector minus A vector into del cross A vector. So from this, H vector dot del cross E vector plus del dot H vector cross E vector is equal to del into E square plus E vector dot epsilon into dou E vector by dou T. So here we are applying the curl equations. So these equations becomes, that is del cross E vector is equal to minus mu into dou H vector divided by dou T vector. So from this equation we are applying the divergence theorem. So in case of divergence theorem, this equation becomes integral of del cross E vector cross H vector into dV equal to minus dou by dou T of integral of 1 by 2 into epsilon into E square plus 1 by 2 into mu into H vector. So from this equation we are differentiating the term. So minus integral of sigma into E square into dV. Using this divergence theorem, this equation becomes, that is E vector cross H vector dot ds vector in case of the surface integral. So we are writing as minus dou by dou T of integral of 1 by 2 into epsilon into E square plus 1 by 2 into mu into H square into dV minus integral of sigma into E square into dV. So the first term represents the energy, total energy which is leaving the volume, which we are writing as integral of E vector cross H vector dot ds. Then the second term represents the energy decrease, that is how much of energy which is stored in the electric and the magnetic field. There will be the due to the transfer of the energy, there occurs a decrease in the energy level. So that we have represented in the second term, and the third term, how much the power has been dissipated, which will be represented in the third term, which is designated as integral of sigma into E square into dV. So from this equation we are applying the Poynting theorem. So Poynting theorem we can be writing as, that is Poynting rho is equal to E vector cross H vector into, that is into meter square. So in this Poynting theorem we are representing how much of energy which is flowing through the unit volume, which will be equal to the energy, that is the decrease in the energy that is stored in the case of the electric as well as the magnetic field, as well as the dissipated power in the total power, how much it has been dissipated. That is given, that is output power, input power, which contains three cases. One is dissipated power, another one is stored energy, and the next one is stored magnetic field. So here if you are applying some input power, and what is will be the output power means it contains the three terms, which is nothing but the total power which is leaving out through this volume, which contains the decrease in the energy densities which is stored in the case of the electric field as well as magnetic field, and also the same thing, the power how much it can be dissipated. So from this, here the lossless dielectric in the case of the electric and the magnetic field, we can write the equation as E vector is equal to E naught of cos omega t minus beta z into x vector, and the H vector is equal to E naught divided by eta into cos omega t minus beta z into y vector. So these equation we are writing in terms of the both the electric field and the magnetic field. To find the average power density, we are using the integral form, that is integrating this Poynting vector, and we are dividing this integral with the time period. So we know that is time period is nothing but 1 by frequency. Applying the value of time period is equal to 1 by f, so that we get the P average is equal to 1 by T of integral E naught square divided by eta into cos square of omega t minus beta z into dt. After integrating, we'll be finally getting the value as P average is equal to 1 by 2 into E naught square divided by eta into S of W. For the laws in dielectric, these electric and the magnetic fields we are representing in terms of E vector and the H vector, and also so if you are getting the electric field and the H vector in terms of that E vector, E naught is into e power minus alpha z into cos omega t minus beta z into x cap. So we are applying this equation at the Poynting vector. So finally we will be getting the Poynting vector and the average power. So the questions based on the power and the Poynting vector is, the Poynting vector is the power component that is calculated by the cross product of E and H, and the maximum power transmitted by the antenna is in the region of effective aperture.